Hey everybody, it's Jackie, and in today's lecture we will be taking a closer look at the second element of art, line. Of course you know what a line is. We talk about lines all the time. From the line at the grocery store to the line of sight, lines are everywhere. But inside the world of art and design, we define lines in a more narrow sense. A line is the path of a moving point made by a tool, instrument, or medium as it moves across an area. You can usually see a line because it contrasts in value with its surroundings, meaning it's lighter or darker than the space around it. It's also worth noting that lines can be 2D or 3D. There are physical characteristics of lines that help us distinguish one line from another. For example, the measure of a line refers to its length and width. A line can be fat or skinny, long or short. Lines can also be straight, curved, angular, zigzag, dashed, and much more. As you can see, there are many ways to describe the characteristics of a line. In the same fashion, there are many ways to make a line. If you apply great pressure to the surface, you will create a line that is much different from a line created with a softer grip on the tool. Lines vary by the type of tool used to create them. A marker makes a different kind of line than a colored pencil. You can also make lines by subtracting material, like etching a line into a surface. Like all of the other elements of art, lines have their own characteristics as individuals, and they also function in concert with the other elements of art. Lines can be stacked to create different values through hatching or cross-hatching. Lines can also be employed to make distinct textures. Different tools create different textures. Again, the way you use the tools also impacts the textural qualities of the lines that may result. There are several vocabulary terms that identify how a line functions within a composition. This simple drawing by the artist Ellsworth Kelly exemplifies a contour line. The outermost limits of the briar were drawn, while the rest of the form has been left out of the composition. On the other hand, this drawing with contour lines uses lines that map the curved surface of the form. The lines move within the outer boundaries, tracing the surface as the eye travels along this path. Flowing and rhythmic lines, like those found in the kind of writing called calligraphy, are the defining characteristic of a calligraphic drawing. We can see those types of lines in the curvature of the woman's dress in this poster designed by the French artist Henri Toulouse-Lautrec. Notice how the line is wider and thinner as it travels. It seems as if the artist allowed his hand to lift from the page to create the more delicate line work. Lines that are drawn more freely, as we see in this drawing of a frightened woman by Daumier, are called gestural lines. This type of drawing is used to capture the spirit of the subject rather than focusing on all of the details. A line that dims, fades, stops, and/or disappears is an implied line. Notice how there is no defined boundary around the apple on the right, yet even without this defining edge, our eyes can comprehend the shape of the apple. In this example, we see another instance of implied lines. There's no triangle in the center of this composition, but it's impossible not to see it. Our brain wants to create this implied line. Because it's important to understand how to create a variety of different lines, we will explore how to make a wide range of marks using ink. First, you will divide your paper into 12 equal rectangles. Next, you'll select one of the random tools in the plastic bucket. Dipping the tool into a small cup of diluted ink, make a mark. Then repeat this process until you've made 12 unique lines that capture a variety of textures, thicknesses, pressure, speed, processes, and tools. Give each mark a title that relates to the quality of the line that you've created. When you're done, we'll discuss our findings as a group. That's it for now. See you all soon.